back to the channel. Today I'm talking about a Sheaffer, and it is a Sheaffer Sentinel, and it is the deluxe version apparently. And in my last video, currently inked, I said TD a bunch of times, and I'll let you know what that refers to when we switch to shot. Alright, here we have the Sheaffer Sentinel Deluxe TD, and TD refers to touchdown. Now, I can't really show you the filling mechanism today because this is actually inked, and that would make it really awkward. But this is a Sheaffer that is quite old. I believe they made these specific ones about 60 or 70 years back, and it's really amazing how these are still around and still in writing shape, and it makes me really happy. Now, this is a Prussian blue version. However, we're working with unnatural lighting today, and that means that the color will not show up very well. It always makes me kind of sad, but it's a beautiful blue color. And the cap has a golden colored cap band and then a golden colored clip, but the cap itself is silver toned, and it has some ridges on there, as you can see. And we have the Sheaffer white dot on top. Now, this pen I bought quite recently from a friend who has a really big Sheaffer collection, and he was downsizing, and I'm really happy with it. I was really surprised when I first got this pen that this was actually a screw cap. I don't know why I expected a slip cap and not a screw cap, but I did. And I wish I could show you the translucency on this grip, because there's definitely some translucency, but it's really hard to show you guys. This has that nice Sheaffer inlaid nib. It is a 14K nib, and it is a medium nib. And it's like one of the only medium, well, one of the few mediums that he let go of. And I was like, I don't want a fine nib, I want a medium nib, or at least a broad. But no broads were being sold at that point, so I wasn't lucky enough to get that. This pen is a lovely writer. The touchdown filler is basically, there's a latex sac in the barrel, and you can compress it and decompress it, and then when you decompress it while the nib is in the ink, it will like expand, and instead of sucking in air, it will suck in the ink. That's how you fill it. These sacs can deteriorate, but the person I bought it from does work on these pens, so this was in really good working order. It's a very light pen, and it's also fairly small. Let me see if I have anything that is very easy to compare it to. So let me grab a TWSBI Eco, because that's like a really generic pen. You can see that it is fairly slim and also not very long. And now I have been doing some reading online. There apparently was a fat version of this pen. I can't imagine this being the fat version. It was not sold to me as the fat version, and it is a slim, so this is like the regular version. But I think it's good for longer writing sessions, and it is a postable pen. Now, I don't post my pens, but it's very doable. It makes the pen a little more weighty because it is a fairly light pen. Makes it a little more weighty, and if you like that, I will imagine you can post it. This pen has an engraving on the barrel, and I hope you guys can see that. Right there, Sheaffer Pen Co. And then it says Made in USA. And does it say anything else? Something about Madison, Ohio. Sorry, I had to look at it myself. Yeah, that's still pretty clear in there. We're losing a lot of light right now. That's why it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, And then the nib, as I said, 14K. It's a two-tone nib, and what really always gets me is that hard breather hole that Sheaffer has. When I first saw Sheaffer pens at my first pen show, I was like, what's wrong with the nibs? They're like upturned and I don't get it. It looks wrong. It's not wrong. That's just how Sheaffer nibs are. And yeah, it's really cool. Kind of hard to capture right now, but it's really cool. Anyway, let's do a writing sample now. I've had it uncapped for a good 5 minutes, so I don't know if it's going to start up right away, but we shall see. I inked this with a fairly safe ink since this is a vintage pen and it has a sack. I didn't want to put anything like corrosive in here, so Japanese inks were out. Inks from pen makers are generally okay, but I would go for pen makers that made pens a long time ago and that are not Japanese pen makers. So you can do Waterman, you can do herbin, some Parker is okay, and this is a herbin ink, and please don't do the shimmer. This is Bleu des Profondeurs. It's one of my favorite herbin inks. It is like a dark blue, and occasionally it actually sheens, but that doesn't happen very often. It would be nice if it did, but it does not. Anyway, trying to get that color on camera a little better. It's cool. Anyway, this nib is a medium, and it's fairly wet, and it's really comfortable. Like, it's just fun to write with. And like, it makes me want to pull it out like constantly. It's really fun. And that's what I want in a pen. Like, I want to have pens that excite me. I think about using them a lot. And it doesn't always happen, but there is some that do that for me, and this is one of them. And then funnily enough, another one of them that does it is this pen with a Sheaffer nib. So maybe I just really like Sheaffer nibs. It might be coincidence, it might not be, but this is a lovely pen. And I might have to expand my Sheaffer collection a little bit. Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was really fun to look at this pen with you guys. Ask any questions in the comments if you have any. If I don't know the answer, I'll relay them to my Sheaffer knowledgeable friend. And I'll answer them for you or have them answer it for you. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope you had fun. See you next time. Bye bye.